Hello students, I am Sheetal Bhanushali from Saraswat International Academy. I am teaching English of Standard 4th, Unit 1, Chapter Neha's Alarm Clock, Part 2. Neha's Alarm Clock. This is the story of a girl whose name is Neha. Like every other kid, Neha does not like to wake up early in the morning, but because of her alarm clock, she has to wake up early. Even after her alarm clock was broken, she was not able to sleep. How? Let us find in this lesson. So let us start with the chapter. Narrator. Narrator is the person who narrates a story, that is, who describes a story, a storyteller. Ring, ring, ring. Off goes the alarm clock. At 6 in the morning, Neha makes a face and covering her ears with a pillow, snuggles under the warm blanket, but she knows she has to get up, she mutters to herself. Narrator is describing that the alarm clock is ringing at sharp 6 in the morning, and as usual, Neha does not like this ringing because she needs to wake up. So she makes faces and she is covering her ears with the pillow. Can you see in the picture? Snuggles under the warm blanket. Snuggles means getting more comfortable. Neha gets very much comfortable under her warm blanket. She does not want to come out of that blanket, but she mutters herself. Mutters means whispering. She mutters herself that she knows she has to get up. Neha. This alarm clock always rings at 6 and pulls me out of the bed. It's so unfair. Oh, how I would love to sleep a little longer in the morning. I wish this clock would forget its job sometimes. Neha is saying that at sharp 6 o'clock, this alarm clock always rings, and because of this ringing, she has to get out of the bed. She even believes that this alarm clock is very unfair because she would love to sleep a little longer in the morning. So, she wishes that this clock would forget its job sometimes so that she can sleep little more. And here her wish fulfills. Something falls and Neha smiles. It was her alarm clock that falls. Oh, my clock has fallen. How happy I am. Tomorrow I can get up late. As her alarm clock has fallen, she is very happy because now her alarm clock has broken and it won't ring tomorrow. So she can sleep little bit more. Next morning, there is no alarm. So Neha sleeps and sleeps. Understood, students? The small chirpy birds which come to the window sill means this part of the window. Can you see in the picture? The edge of the window is known as window sill. Every morning, find Neha still sleeping. Birds. Wake up, dear, wake up fast. Neha gets up with a start. Now, every morning, these birds come to the window sill. So, this morning also, these birds came to the window sill and they find that Neha is still sleeping. So they ask Neha to wake up, and Neha's sleep again gets disturbed. This time, not because of the alarm clock, but because of these birds. So Neha says, "Oh no, if it's not the alarm clock, it's these birds. Why don't they leave me alone?" So now she wishes that why don't these birds leave her alone? Can you guess what happened next morning? Yes, even this wish of Neha's come true. Next morning, there is no only alarm clock, there are no birds either. There is no alarm clock and there are no birds. But there is someone else who does not want her to miss the school bus. Can you guess who it is? It was the bright sun. It was the big bright sun. He fills Neha's room with a warm smile. So next morning, her sleep was disturbed by the big bright sun. Got it, students? So Neha says, "Oh, my eyes. Now it's the sun waking me up. Why can't he let me be?" Now, can you guess what happened next morning? Yes, students, even this wish of Neha's come true. How? Next morning, the sun is hiding behind the clouds. So Neha snores till she hears her mother's voice. Snores. Snoring means it is an activity in which the voice of inhaling and exhaling comes when we are sleeping. So now this time her mother came in her room and she said, "Wake up, sleepyhead, you will miss the bus." Now again Neha's sleep is disturbed by her mother. So she says, "Oh no, why does mother have to wake me up?" But this time there is no escape now. She cannot get out of it as it's her mother now who is waking her up. So Neha gets up and gets ready. Can you imagine what happened next day? Yes, next day Neha wakes up with a start, and when she woke up, she saw it's 6 o'clock. She calls out to her mother and asks her mother, "Ma, who woke me up today?" So her mother smiles and she said, "Who else? You, of course." Now the Neha was little bit confused, and with that confusion, she asked her mother, "How could I?" Because she was sleeping, then how could she wake herself? So her mother asked her questions. "Now tell me, why do you eat your lunch every day at 1 in the afternoon?" So Neha replied, "Because she feels hungry." Her mother asked her another question. "Why do you sleep at 9 every night?" So Neha again replied, "Because she feels sleepy." So her mother explained her, "There is a clock inside you which tells you when to eat, when to sleep, and when to wake up." Her mother says, "There is a clock inside you which tells you when you have to eat, when you have to sleep, and even when you have to wake up." Neha, "Oh, oh, I better rush now. I don't want to miss the bus. Her mother says, relax. Today is Sunday. So, students, even it was Sunday, but Neha woke up. And this time there was neither her alarm clock nor the birds, even sun was not there, and even her mother did not wake her. But this time she woke up by her own self. So this is the good habit which she was developing. Likewise, in every kid, this habit should be built up. These habits should be developed. Good habits like waking up, eating healthy food, sleep on time, and many other. So, students, clear with this chapter? Here in this chapter, we learn some new words: snuggles, mutters, windowsill, relax. Got it, students? So, now let us start with the notes of the chapter. First, drill words. You have to write drill words 3 times in your notebook. Each word thrice and in good handwriting. Narrator, snuggles, mutters, chirpy, snores, escape, imagine, sleeping, rush, tomorrow. Got it, students? Next, write the synonyms of snuggle. Snuggle means getting more comfortable. So here the synonym of snuggle is nestle. Next, mutter. Synonym of mutter is whisper. Next, escape. Get away. Next, rush. Hurry. Next, relax. Ease. Got it, students? After that, write the antonyms of pull, push, fair, unfair, forget, remember, happy, sad, wake, sleep. Got it, students? Next, write true or false. First one, the alarm clock always rings at 9. Is it right? No, because the alarm clock always rings at 6. So your answer is false. Got it, students? Next, the biggest bright sun fills Neha's room with a warm smile. So yes, it is true. Next, Neha wishes that the clock would forget its job sometimes. Is this true or not? Yes, it is true because she does not like that ringing of alarm clock. So she wishes that the clock would forget its job. Got it, students? Next, the small chirpy birds which come to the window sill every morning find Neha awake. Is it true? No, because these birds which came to the window sill, they find that Neha is still sleeping. So your answer is false. Got it, students? Next, fill in the blanks. First, Neha makes a face and cover her ears with a pillow dash under the warm blanket. So the answer is snuggles. Your answer is snuggles. Next, the alarm clock always rings at dash and pulls Neha out of the bed. So when does this alarm clock rings? At 6 o'clock. So your answer is 6. Next, there is a dash inside you which tells you when to eat, when to sleep, and when to wake up. So here there is a clock inside you. So your answer is clock. Next, Neha wishes that the clock would dash its job sometimes. So she wishes that the clock would forget its job so that she can sleep more. So your answer is forget. Next, the dash fills Neha's room with a warm smile. Who fills Neha's room with a warm smile? Sun. So your answer is sun. Got it, students? Next, choose the correct option. First, what time did Neha's clock ring every morning? A. 4 o'clock, B. 9 o'clock, C. 6 o'clock, D. 2 o'clock. So Neha's clock ring at sharp 6 o'clock every morning. So your answer is C. 6 o'clock. Next, what did the birds say? A. Sleep on. B. Wake up. C. Go and play. And D. Sing. The bird asked Neha to wake up, right? So your answer is B. Wake up. Next, what is inside you that makes you get up at the same time every day? What makes you get up at the same time every day? Options are A. Our body clock, B. Our eyes, C. Our feet, D. Our hands. So, it's our body clock which makes us get up at the same time every day. So, answer is A. Body clock. Next, how does the sun wake up Neha? Your options are A. He shines angrily at her. B. He starts yelling at her. Yelling means kind of shouting. Next, he says, wake up Neha. D. He fills her room with a warm smile. So your answer is D. He fills her room with a warm smile. Got it, students? Next, where do the small chirpy birds come and sit every morning? A. On Neha's bed. B. On the window sill. C. On the window pavement. Pavement means the raised part of the window. And D. On the chair. So The birds come and sit on the window's sill. So your answer is B, on the window sill. Got it, students? Next, make sentences of your own. Here, there are some new words which we have learned in this lesson. So you will make sentence of your own. So this is your homework. You have to make sentences using these words, that is snuggles, snore, mutters, windowsill and relax. When our school will reopen, I will check whether you have done this homework or not. Got it, students? Next, answer the following questions. First, if there is no clock in the house to wake you up in the morning, how will you wake up? Will you continue to sleep? Or if there is no alarm clock in the house to wake you up in the morning, will you sleep or will you wake up? Obviously, you will wake up. So, the answer is if there is no clock in the house, I will wake up on my own. Got it, students? B. What are the different ways of knowing the time during the daytime? So, your answer is wall clock, mobile clock, wristwatch, sunlight. Got it, students? So you need to complete all these notes in your notebook, and whatever I am writing in the textbook, that you will do in the textbook only. Clear, students? Okay, students. So now let us see the notes of textbook part. First, take the correct answer. This we have already done in our notebook. So, moving further, put the letters in the right order. One has been done for you. You have to put the letters in the right order. First, smile. Second, morning. Third, alarm. Fourth, snored. Fifth, clock. And sixth, window. You have to write this in your textbook only. Whatever I am writing in the textbook, you will write in the textbook only. No need to write it in your notebook. Got it? Next, let's listen and talk. Listen to the sounds around you when you are on your way to school. Discuss with your friend the sounds that you heard. List them here. So, this is an activity which you have to do. This is your homework. Here, you have to write the sound that you heard, and here the sound that your friend heard, and then you have to match the sound of the car, sound of the school, sound from the tree, bird, and horn. Got it, students? Next, these are the question answers which we have already done in our notebook. So, moving further, word building. Again, this is your homework. Here, some words are there. You need to find these words here. One has been done for you, that is mother. So, this you can do by your own. Got it, students? Next, say aloud. You have to say all these words loudly. Ought, bored, caught, matter, chatter, shatter, tick tock, tell told, train time, tic tac, tip tin, take tall. So like this, you will say all these words loudly. No need to write this anywhere. Got it, students? Next, let's write. First, who said these words and to whom? Here, some sentences are given and you have to answer who said these words and to whom. So, your first sentence is wake up, dear, wake up fast. Who said these sentences? Birds. To whom they said? To Neha. When birds saw that Neha is still sleeping, so they asked Neha to wake up. So at that time, birds said, wake up, dear, wake up fast to Neha. Next, Ma, who woke me up today? Who said this? This is said by Neha to her mother. When she woke up by her own, she called her mother and asked, who woke me up today? Next, why do you sleep at 9 every time? This question was asked by her mother, by Neha's mother. So, mother said this to whom? To Neha. Got it, students? Question number 2. Use the help box to fill in the blanks. Was and were. You have to use was and were. So, was is used when we are talking about singular, and were is used when you are talking about plural. If you, I comes, then you have to use were. Got it, students? A. Ram dash a good football player. Ram is singular. So when we are talking about singular, we have to use was. So right here, was. Ram was a good football player. B. The cows dash grazing in the field. Cows. S is written. More than one cow. That is plural. So when we are talking about plural, we have to write were. So the answer is the cows were grazing in the field. Next, my toys dash broken. My toys. Toys. It's again plural. So you will use were. So my toys were broken. Next, her frock dash too long. Her frock. Frock is singular. So we will use was. Her frock was too long. Next, the market dash closed. Market singular. So we will use was. The market was closed. The children dash happy. Children. It is plural. So we will use were. The children were happy. Next, the flowers dash kept in a vase. The flowers. Flowers is plural. So we will use were. Got it, students? So if we are talking about singular things, then we have to use was. And if we are talking about plural things, we have to use were. If I or you comes, then you have to use were and not was. Clear, students? This also you have to write in your textbook only. No need to write this in your notebook. Whatever I am writing in your textbook, you have to write in the textbook itself. Clear, students? Moving further, look at the pictures below and complete the following paragraph. You will need these words. So here are some words which you have to use. Pulled out, inside, called out, behind, and under. So let us start. Yesterday, I lost a book. I looked for it everywhere. I looked dash a door. The girl is looking behind the door. So what you will write here? Behind. I looked dash a cupboard. Here inside a cupboard. So you will write here inside. I looked dash a bed. Where? Under the bed. So you will write here under. I could not find it anywhere. Then I dash Shiro. Then I called out Shiro. So here you will write called out. Shiro, my dog, came running to me. I asked him to look for my book. He dashed another book from my bag. What he is doing? He is pulling out. So you will write here pulled out. So he pulled out another book from my bag. Got it, students? Next, fun time. Okay, so this is again an activity which you can do by your own self. So this is again your homework. What you have to do here? Here a word is there, that is clock. You have to write down words relating to clock. That is the sound of the clock. Any another word for clock, like for example watch or any other word. You have to draw a picture. You can draw it by your own selves. Whatever comes in your mind when you see a clock. Word in your language, you have to write what you called clock in your language. It can be any language. You have to make a sentence using clock, and you have to name the different parts or times of clock. Got it, students? Similarly, here another word morning is there, and you have to write down words related to it. You can write any words, whatever thoughts that comes in your mind, you can write that, as this is fun activity. Clear, students?